Good morning, everybody. We're live here at Ocoee Riverside Farm, and this is Dash, and he's a two-fingered sloth, and we're feeding him this morning. So Dash is actually about 6 months old, maybe getting close to 7 now, actually. And we're feeding him a little bit of breakfast, some squash, some zucchini, a little bit of green beans chopped up in there. He's a cutie, though. I'm gonna see if I can turn a little bit so y'all can see his face. There you go, is that better? So guys, we're live here at Ocoee Riverside Farm, and we're feeding Dash, just one of our two-fingered sloths. We actually have 3, and we're located here in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. We actually have over 135 animals here, including sloths, kangaroos, camels, iguanas, bunches of awesome stuff. How long are the sessions with the sloth? So when you click on any of the encounter descriptions, it's gonna say exactly, but each encounter is about 30 minutes. So if you do a sloth encounter, that's with flash. So that's where he comes out here and you feed him and we learn a lot about him together. And so that one's 30 minutes. And then if you do with Zoe, that's 30 minutes also. Or with Dash is 30 minutes. If you're doing the VIP one, that's an hour because you're getting 30 minutes with both, and you actually get a little bit of a deal if you book the sloth encounter and add the VIP. So it's pretty cool. The one that you get to spend a lot more time is the sloth keeper, and that's 3 hours, and you're with all 3 sloths back and forth, feeding them like what I'm doing right here. Not in your hand, you'd be feeding very similar manner. Zucchini, and they love green beans so much. You're in Nebraska. Man, it's chilly in Nebraska. Maybe not right now, but I've driven through there in the winter and it's cold. It's pretty though. I think it is pretty. I like the Dakotas too. England, awesome area. Ariana. I think I got it close. Well, good morning, England. Guys, we're located in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. And we have sloths, kangaroos, llamas, a lot of really cool stuff. Do they drink water? They do. They have water in their areas, but it's not a lot because they get most of their water from their actual food intake. And then it's pretty crazy to think about, but when they use the bathroom, they only use the bathroom every 7 to 10 days. And when they use the bathroom, they do both. So number 1, number 2, it all happens. When they do that, when they use the bathroom, they actually lose about 30% of their body weight. It's pretty crazy. Hello in Australia. How did we obtain the kangaroos? Kangaroos have been bred in the United States for a very long time. So they are bred here in the United States, and we're actually about to have our first kangaroo live birth here on the farm, probably pretty soon. We actually need to get over there and try to see if we can get a little picture inside of it. Is there a specific day that is better than others to do the encounter snuggles? Hey, Stephanie. So probably your best thing if you're wanting to come soon is to do it on a weekday, because I'm pretty sure that weekends are booked pretty far out. And if you don't believe me, you can check out the website and look. All the availability is listed live right there on the website, so just go there and check it out. The only encounter that we really only do on the weekdays is sloth keeper. So if you really want to spend like all day with the sloth keeper only runs Monday through Thursday, and that's because it's 3 hours with all 3 sloths. And the reason we limit that exposure to the sloths is we don't want the sloths jumping from person to person every 10-20 minutes. What would the cost with 3 children? So some of the sloth encounters do have age restrictions. So I'm not sure of the ages of your children, but it is per individual that is coming for an encounter. It's just like buying a ticket to a movie or anything like that. So it's just multiplied by each person. If they're really, really young kids, they love bottle feeding the baby kangaroos, and that's so much fun, guys. And we just got a bunch of baby llamas and baby goats that are so cute. And actually the Scottish Highland cows, they're adorable. And here, I'm gonna show you the shirt that we just made for Annie. Hope you guys can see that. That's one of our Scottish Highland cows. I think that's the one I'm wearing. So they're really, really cute. Only 2 people per visit, or could there be 3 adults? Hey Stephanie, if it's a really super specific situation, or it doesn't go exactly with what the website says, you can send us an email and Donna will be the one to look it over and see if we can accommodate that. I hope that makes sense. Guys, we're located in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. We're located on the banks of the Ocoee River, and we actually have covered wagons that you can stay in, and they're heated and cooled, and they're right on the river. So you're looking out over the river out the front of the wagon, and then out the back of the wagon you can unzip the window, and then you're looking at the zebras, the camel, llamas, alpacas, kangaroos, geese, swan. It's pretty awesome. And then of course we have the Riverside cabin, and then we have the camel condo upstairs too. And we have the barn loft too. Do we have a rehabilitation center? We are trying to figure out how to do volunteers and get more buildings and all that. So once we do that, I think that might be a possibility, but we're not sure yet. How much per person? Hey Keisha Standridge, nice to meet you. I'm not sure what you're asking, how much per person for what? For the lodging, for a sloth event? If it's a specific thing, you can go to our website at OcoeeRiversideFarm.com. A good example is a farm tour. I think for adults is like in the $20 range, maybe 20, 25. And a farm tour is a great way to see the whole farm and see all the animals. Sometimes people add on the kangaroo bottle feeding and maybe a camel ride because it's super fun. Another really good way to see the whole farm is to take the 60-minute horse ride, and you get to ride around and see the whole property. People come here sometimes and spend the whole week just hanging out, and there's so much to do off property too. Yeah, I made all this food. What do you think, Dash? So if you guys come, then you're gonna be holding a sloth. Don't wear any strong perfumes or colognes or anything like that. Don't have any dangling earrings or necklaces. Emperor, how are you doing? Good morning, Batwing Cutie. Thank you, Sith Emperor. I'm sorry about the sound, guys. He is adorable, I think so too. Here in just a minute, we're gonna go feed Zoe, and it's gonna be pretty awesome. Hey Lorraine, how are you doing this morning? Do sloths have a distinct smell? Ours are kind of like a clean dog smell, if that makes sense. We don't really we've never given Flash a bath. And Zoe, she might get rinsed off a little bit if she has a little bit of an accident. But they don't really get baths, but they groom themselves. So they stay pretty clean. Hey Stephanie, yes, he's a sweet boy. But he's about to go back to bed. So cute. Oh, you're coming April 19th? Awesome. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be nice and pretty. Flowers all around start blooming. I'm pretty sure the river's running by then too. So that's another cool thing that there is to do around the farm is you can go rafting on the Ocoee. You can float the lower, raft the middle, raft the upper where the Olympics were. A bunch of hiking, mountain biking, waterfalls. It's pretty awesome. Momo, you're coming in September. Awesome. The leaves might start to change by then, just depends if it's at the end or not, but it's still beautiful. I love it. I've been coming up to the Ocoee, wow, I guess for over 30 years. Pretty awesome. Good morning, Stacy, how are you? Guys, we're located in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. And this is Zoe, and we're feeding her some breakfast. Zoe's a 2-fingered sloth, and her birthday was December 16th, and she turned 1. So what does that make her? 3, so 15 months old? Yeah. You want to pet one? Well, Marcy, you can do that here. Just look up at OcoeeRiversideFarm.com or click the link in our bio and you can come and do it. Guys, we just put up a bunch of cool merch too for our Scottish Highland cows that you can bottle feed. How cool is that? And it's pretty awesome. And we have two of the really tiny white ones, the micro minis. They weigh like 40 pounds. They look like big fluffy dogs, but they're cows. They're really cute. And to bottle feed them for 2 people, I think it's 50 bucks. I don't think it's crazy, but it's pretty awesome. Do you have a special that we can see all the animals? Hey, that's a good question. I would definitely suggest doing the farm tour, because then that way you get to see like the geckos, the lizards, the iguanas, the sulcata tortoises, the llamas, everything, the goats, the sheep. It's pretty cool, guys. So even people that are like, I only care about sloths, I'm like, do the farm tour. It's like 20, 25 bucks for an adult. Do you have to book, or can you just show up? You gotta book at least the day before. But I'll be honest with you, if you're trying to come hold the sloth on a weekend, you better book now, because I think most of April is full and the rest of it's getting to be that way. If you're trying to come on a weekday, we have a lot more flexibility there, but it still tends to fill up pretty quick. You're gonna see how far. Cool. Hey, Stephanie Staten, how are you? What is she eating? Zoe's eating some squash, some zucchini, some sweet potatoes, some green beans. She is munching down, guys. Do you have to book the encounters before you go? Yeah, you gotta book the encounters. Also, guys, check this out. If you're staying here on the farm, you're gonna get a 20% discount off of, I think it's almost all the encounters. So it's a really good deal, especially the covered wagons. I think the covered wagons are like $150 a night or something like that. And they hold 4 people. It has a gigantic bed in it and a set of bunk beds. It's got Keurigs, it's got AC, it's got heating, it's got a mini fridge. It's sweet. It's not like, hey, we're going out on the Ponderosa with our covered wagon, you know? It's really nice. Hope that makes sense to everybody what I just said. I may have been rambling, I hope not. What other questions do you guys have? I know it's a little bit early compared to when we usually go on, but we'll probably be going live back and forth today because we'll be doing some field trip stuff, and then we'll also just be posting stuff. And usually at night, guys, we air kind of like memories from the farm, so that way people can see what we do. Do the covered wagons have bathrooms? That's a great question. So the welcome wagon has a bathroom inside. Get to use an amazing bathhouse. Guys, it's not normal. It has like an awesome shower, has a Bluetooth speaker, all this stuff. And it's like, I don't know, 50 feet from one wagon and maybe 100 feet from the other. So, pretty sweet. His nails don't hurt you. So, she's like barely holding on to me. She's like kind of relaxed. But because she's kind of swinging around, she's pulling, barely holding on to me. She's like kind of relaxed. But because she's kind of swinging around, she's pulling a little bit. So if you have sensitive skin, I would say either wear 2 shirts or wear something thick. Part of the reason that we usually suggest that if a younger person or somebody with really sensitive skin really wants to hold a sloth, hold Dash, because he weighs about 3 pounds and he's tiny. So, hope that puts it into context. You know, as we get to be adults, our skin is kind of like, whatever. But younger people or people with sensitive skin are like, oh, it's kind of pulling at me. But she usually relaxes once you kind of cuddle up. You're planning a trip, there's so much we want to do. We need a trip planner to fit it in. Hey Shivers, send me a DM. I'll plan it all out for you. Not a problem. We can guarantee you that you will have the best vacation you've ever had in your life, and you're gonna create memories that are gonna last a lifetime. I'm mixing up Zoe's food right here a little bit, and she's like, stop teasing me. Do they bite? Sure, they bite their food. They bite things that you put in their mouth. So that's the reason that we don't put our fingers in their mouths. Sloths have horrible eyesight. Very bad. So it's not really that they're trying to bite. They see in black and white and very narrow. You'll be 2 hours from where we'll be. That's awesome. Cool, Marcy, that's awesome. Please tell Nurse Alice to visit soon. All right, Nurse Alice, visit soon. What does her hair or fur feel like. So I think it's like a cross between like hair and beard hair, if that makes sense. Or my girlfriend always says that it feels like troll doll hair. I guess that's accurate. I don't remember what troll doll hair feels like. Do we have any other pets? Well, Zoe's not my pet. We're here at Ocoee Riverside Farm and we have over 135 animals. We have the same license that a zoo would have, but we're not a zoo. We are more of a hands-on experiential place. So you know most times you go to the zoo and you look at it and you're like, there's something over there. Okay, I saw it. Here, you're actually gonna see the animals, you're gonna pet most of them, and if you book the encounters where you're either, riding a camel, petting a sloth, or feeding a sloth, it's very hands-on. Hope that makes sense. Guys, we're located in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. And this is Zoe. She's just one of our two-fingered sloths here at Ocoee Riverside Farm. And we actually have 3 sloths here. We have Flash, which is the oldest, he's about 6 years old. Then we have Zoe, she's the middle child. She's about 15 months old. And then we have Dash, who's about 7 months old. And that rustling that you hear behind me is the armadillo going to town. I think she's adorable too. Can you hear her little crunches? I'm trying to see if I can lure Baku over here just a little bit. I think we've done it. Guys, this is Baku. So Baku is an armadillo. How cool is he? So he's a 3-banded armadillo. See that? And then when he curls all up, his head is at the top and his tail is at the bottom. And then if you look really close, you can see all the fur coming out of that. So it's not really a shell, that's his really, really thick skin. When I came in this morning, he was kind of sprawled out and just like chilling. So they're actually kind of related. Them, sloths, and giant anteaters are all kind of Zathorans. They all have similar claws and they can curl themselves up. That's where the similarities are. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. Pardon me. Alright, uh-oh, Zoe. There's a green bean in there. Zoe oh, are you done? She's thinking about it. See how she uses her nose to decide what she wants to eat? So they have a horrible vision, right? But their sense of smell and even their sense of hearing is really, really good. So that enables them to be able to figure out where they are. Pretty cool. Zoe is just crunching, crunching, crunching. So guys, when will you show us the fluffy white cows? So the fluffy white cows are up at the other barn, maybe 50 yards away. But as soon as I get done feeding Zoe, I have to move my car for the field trip. Zoe is me, you are Zoe. Well, hello, Zoe. She got a green bean. Oh, you like it, don't you, Zoe? So Zoe is lightened up a lot also. Before, she was very dark. Not quite as dark as Dash, but still pretty dark. I was thinking maybe we should take the Scottish Highland cows and go through the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A and see what they say. You guys think that would be a good idea? You want any more, Zoe? I think you're getting close to poop time is what I think. Looks like you're getting filled up. What's in the bowl? It is zucchini, squash, sweet potato, green beans, a little bit of protein. Chop it up pretty fine for her to make sure she's not gonna have a problem. And she got up pretty fine for her to make sure she's not gonna have a problem. And she goes to town. Who's gonna call the police? Why are they calling the police? I'm so curious. Guys, we're located in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. You wanted to visit today, but it was probably pretty full, I'm guessing, because of the field trip, and we have a really full day. It's gonna be busy, but it's gonna be great. I have a bunch of kindergartners, get to show them a bunch of animals, really just share the love of animals with them, and explain to them how awesome they are. Nothing was available. Yeah, it fills up pretty quick. Guys, I would really, if you want to come, I would try to book a couple days or a couple weeks or even months in advance. If you're coming on the weekday, usually you'll have a little bit better luck. And I think we stopped doing field trips in May. So this area Think about it, they would have to normally travel hours either to go to Knoxville or Chattanooga to go to a zoo or anything like that. And the kids wouldn't really get that much hands-on time with the animals and get to learn about them. So now that we're kind of centrally located between Chattanooga and Knoxville, a lot of these communities that wouldn't have an opportunity for the kids to see the animals, they're able to see them now. So that's pretty cool. Weekdays it is, yeah. You can look at weekends and that's great, but they just fill up a lot faster. If you're staying here on the farm, guys, it's great because you can get up early in the morning, if you like getting up early in the mornings, and just sit there and watch the sunrise from the little pavilion, have a cup of coffee, just relax. Same thing for the evenings. Beautiful sunrise, beautiful sunset. And if you want to move around a little bit, you can drive anywhere from 5 to maybe 20-30 minutes and have gorgeous overlooks. I mean, just amazing, guys. Great hikes, great waterfalls. Where are you going, Zozo? I don't have any food over there. Do you want any more? All right, I think Zoe's about to finish. I'm gonna go move my car, and then we'll try to get you guys a little bit of video of some sloth encounters and maybe a little bit of the field trip, because it's great. When a bunch of kids get so excited about all the animals, it's really cool. If you guys are just tuning in, we're located in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. We're located on the Ocoee River, so it's pretty awesome. Hey Z, thank you. You have a good day too. You got a good appetite. I thought you were about to give up. We're on your bucket list. Awesome. You might need another bucket to do all the experiences here. It's so much fun. Oh, you shared the live with your friend who loves sloths? Thank you so much. Thank you. You're always in the area every weekend. How did you not know? I don't know. So until last year, experiences were only open to if you were staying on the farm. So it just kind of grew and grew and grew. And then we opened it up to everybody because we wanted to share all these awesome animals with everybody. So you're gonna have to come see us since you're always in the area. Make sure you tell your friends. I don't think Zoe likes it when I stir her food. She's like, let me do it. Awesome, Snow. You're gonna love it. Guys, there's tons of rafting right here. You got the Ocoee River that has everything from where they had the Olympics all the way down to flat water that you can take a paddleboard down. And if you want a little bit of rafting that's not too crazy, you can head up to the Hiwassee River, and that you can self-guide, and then they even have a lower section. Some people even tube it. Tubing down a cold river is not my idea of fun. I'd rather be on a paddleboard or a kayak, but hey, to each their own. Awesome, Z. Hey, if you have any questions, shoot me a DM. I'll plan you out a little thing, let me know the days, and we'll get it figured out. It won't take long at all. Guys, if you're just tuning in, we're located in Benton, Tennessee, halfway between Chattanooga and Knoxville. We're located on the banks of the mighty Ocoee River. Well, right here, it's pretty gentle and just beautiful, but the Ocoee is pretty awesome. Our sloth's naturally friendly, so if you're in the wild, you should never approach a sloth. You should never try to hold a sloth. But here, because they've been hand-fed and they've been with us since birth, or shortly thereafter, you know, once they're okay to leave their mom, they're very friendly and they're very happy. You know how it is, if you're fed and well taken care of, then you're pretty happy at home, right? You're thinking sloth keeper for the day, that is super fun. You get to spend time with all 3 sloths. It's a great way to see all 3 of them. Some people choose to kind of like bounce it around, like maybe do Flash and Zoe one day, do some horseback riding, the farm tour, then kind of look around the area, then the next day maybe do Dash, the Scottish Highland cows, do a camel ride, bottle feed some kangaroos. It is awesome. Oh, I think she's about done. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me while I was feeding Zoe. Sorry to run, but I gotta go move the car so we can get ready for the field trip. I hope everybody has a really, really great day. And thank you so much for watching. Lindsay, they're pretty soft. Their fur is kind of like a cross between hair and beard hair. I hope that makes sense. All right, guys. Thank you. So you want to say bye? Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Talk to you soon, guys. Please follow us. We're on YouTube also. Check out our TikTok shop and our Shopify store. Have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
All right, go ahead, buddy. Come here. You can take a picture if you want to. You don't have to kiss him. You can just take a picture. All right, come here, sweetheart. Kiss and picture. Sure, all right. Here you go. All right, buddy. Walk that way. Come here. I will keep you safe. All right, there you go. Go ahead. Next one. Don't worry. Stand right here.